I had read an article about food swaps, and so I looked into it and researched it on the web, and I tried to look around and see where there were ones locally. The closest I found was in Tunbridge Wells, so I went along to that last year in the summer and really enjoyed it, and thought that it was a great idea and that possibly people in Seaford would be interested in it as well.
My name's Dina Harkness, and I got involved in Food Swap through a friend who showed me some websites of some different food shops, and she had this idea that you may be good at making something and other people are good at making other things, so you could have actually swap.
I think it's an incredibly good idea. From a social aspect, it's a great atmosphere today. It allows people to produce stuff and also taste some fantastic homemade food. And what I really wanted to know is, how did you come up with the idea? Di came up with the idea.
Myself and a friend Adele. Adele had been previously to one. Apparently it's an American idea. So they felt it was a good way of swapping instead of wasting things, and in a friendly sort of way as well, bringing community together, like us, having a chat, and meeting lots of other new people.
Because people get together when they have an excess of produce, you want to do something with it. We've had an allotment in the past, we've got a biggish garden now, and we always have more vegetables or more fruit than you can actually use yourself, don't you? Yeah. So it's a really good idea. And not only that, people are chatting and they're talking about recipes and how they've done it and where they've met and where they met in the past, that sort of thing, weren't they?
Yeah, it's very good.
So really, really good idea.
Yeah.
Well, I fish all over the place. We saw the advert for this some weeks ago in particular at the farm shop, and thought we'd come along, and actually I'm pleased we have. It's been really quite a good morning. I do a lot of fishing, I fish all over the place, and I fish throughout the year, so we've always got trout in the freezer, and it was a perfect opportunity to come down and swap with a few other people. There's 4 here which came from near Petworth just before Christmas, and as I said, there's a bit of interest, so we'll see what we can swap with in a moment. Yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, for instance, there's a cake here I quite like the look of, so a fish for a cake seems like a fair deal for me.
I think I saw the advert for it on Facebook, and I thought, oh, that sounds like a good idea, I'll go along. The plan was that Eddie was going to, that's my husband, was going to dig some stuff on the allotment, but he's been unwell all week, so he hasn't been able to get up there. So we've also got an offer that he will dig Jerusalem artichokes for anyone who wants them. And I'm hoping somebody might take us up on that, because last winter he threw a load of them away because he couldn't get rid of them.
If you know the items that you've put your name down on, go and negotiate a swap that way, so it's completely up to you. We're thinking, also don't be discouraged if somebody says no to your item, and also don't be afraid to say no, because it's a very personal choice. When you've made a trade, if you swap the items straight away so that people see kind of what's left on your tables, we're thinking at the end there may be some items left, so you can continue swapping with people, and also we're thinking maybe open it up to the people who are here observing, and they could make a donation maybe to charity, so give us a donation and we'll put it to charity and take the item away that way. That's just an idea, that's up to you if you'd like to do that, but we're thinking that probably people don't want to bring stuff home. So the floor is now open.
So what have you swapped?
I swapped some treacle tarts and banana bread for cider, chutney, carrot cake and some jam, and I'm delighted. An excellent morning out.
Right, well I've managed to exchange 6 great big bread puddings, I've got some fresh bread, I've got some wonderful cakes, some preserves, chutneys. I think I've done really well with all of my goodies to take home. So many, I don't know how I'm going to get them home. That's a different problem.
Well, I had the 4 trout that I bought. They've all got them. And I've got various marmalades, chutneys, a bottle of cider, and some other bits and pieces, cookies. And I'm really pleased.
Yeah. So will you be going out fishing now for more carrots?
Well, I fish throughout the year anyway. As I said before, the next event is April. I'll bring more to that one because there's some people who wanted some fish today, but I only had 4, so I'll bring more next time and we'll see how we get on.
Well, I brought along bread and a fruit cake, jam, not jam, marmalade, lemon curd, chutney, and some garlic that I had grown, and I've managed to swap it all for other things.
So you've managed to exchange most of your stuff then, haven't
Yeah,
you?
all my stuff.
So
all
what
my
will you be
stuff.
doing next time? You've got an idea for...
Well, I have got an allotment in Seaford, so hopefully, I don't know whether by April there might be something from the allotment, perhaps rhubarb, I don't know. And so, having been to one and got the feel of what it's like, next time hopefully I'll be even more prepared.
Hello, I heard about this through Linda's store at Bishopstone. There was a flyer on the counter. By chance, I just happened to see it yesterday. So I quickly had a look and then got baking last night and this morning.
And have you exchanged much today?
I've exchanged everything apart from 1 jar of jam. I bought
Everything? You've exchanged everything today?
And
so
I
you
bought.
think this is a great success?
It's been a great success and great fun to meet people as well. I know.
So you think there's a social connection?
Yeah, damp sort of January morning. You know, what else are you going to do? Come and talk about food with people and swap things. It's great fun.
John,
tell me, John, what do you think about
well, my wife is Di, who was responsible for the lemon dribble cake. Dribble. It's so delicious, and Dina's husband eats it all, and this is the first time I've got to try it for about 3 months. So it is delicious, and as all this produce here was just the care that's gone into making it is just wonderful. But it's possible to make yourself a lovely living of eating and drinking by just exchanging rather than going and buying. And the quality is second to none.
Will it be extra portions for you?
It will, because that's in 3 months before I'll get my next piece.
Right. Thank you, John. Do you think this is a concept idea that could carry on and grow? Do you think lots more people get involved?
I think it really could. I think that the people who have been here today and who brought their produce and swapped it successfully will, most likely tell others, and it's a point of interest, isn't it? Just as a talking point. So I think that next time, which is in April, I think that there'll be a bigger turnout, and also we'll have Adele and Di will most likely have learned things from today in terms of the process that will make it easier for them as well next time. So I think it is something that could become a permanent fixture in the calendar, maybe 4 times a year or so, and something that Seaford could benefit from. And it goes back to the old sort of system of bartering and things, which in some ways is a very pure economic methodology. So yeah.
Pick out your favourite product of the day
that we've swapped. I would say for me probably the bread pudding, but I knew that was coming and I was looking forward to swapping for it.
So you were going for it?
Yes,
or did you exchange?
I was going for it.
And what about you, Don? What did you exchange?
I exchanged so much. I had some marmalades, some homemade marmalades, preserves, chutneys. These are things I don't make because it's only myself really in the family that enjoy them, so there's no point to make them at home. So it's been nice to receive things which I can try. The only other thing that I found was of today you really have to jump, because I missed out on a rainbow trout today.
And I did get the trout, and I should have mentioned that actually, because that was probably one of my favourite things.
Today has been quite interesting, the enthusiasm of the people which have visited, and we've said to them that we've planned the next dates to coincide with spring planting seeds, and then the autumn one would be reaping the crops of the harvest. But people have said that they would like to have it more frequent, which is quite staggering.
Yeah.
But we're
great.
But means we're back into the meeting room next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you say it's been a great success in terms of the exchange? Because that's the key element in this project, isn't it?
I would say so, yes. I think people were probably a little nervous about writing their names down on the swap sheets, but once the actual swap got started, I think people were very enthusiastic, and I think almost everybody got swapped all of their items.
I have a little pile of goodies, and it's just like Christmas Day. I've got lots of new things, and I can't wait to go home and try them.